EA? Ew. Oh wait, this is 1992. They're still cool back then. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Donut. And I'm here to let's play for you guys. Desert Strike. Return to the Gulf. Yep, made in 1992 for the Genesis, and for you non-Americanos, the Mega Drive. If you press A, you can fire missiles. Yeah, now I'm a badass. Alright, so I'm playing this on the Genesis for, well, for you guys. So like, there goes my phone, I apologize. So, I decided to play this game for you guys. I like this in my childhood. It was pretty fun. I only got like halfway through before I died, but now that I'm older and better, I am stronger and I can beat this game now. The first story, the Middle East. So, the terrorist leader, General Kalababa, stuns the world when he invades a small but wealthy Arab emirate and takes over. The Madman built his reputation by showing no mercy for those who stood in his way. He's gonna burn them in acid! See, that's pretty badass for the time. It's like, oh shit, he's burning him in acid. Nowadays, they probably show it legitimately with like with life like struggling. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. And then it's like, I guess it's showing as an oil field, you know. The Gulf was full of oil. See, since we're returning back to the Gulf, this obviously takes place after the Gulf War, which was like a year before, I believe. 1992, it ended in 1991, right? February. The Madman secret bunker. Oh, I like this thing, only for one thing. Like, Mama Mara, or whatever. I see that not, oh, bitch. Get the plan together or else I'll see that you suffer, you won't, oh yeah. I apologize, these are kind of going a bit fast. So, you know, feel free to pause it and read, but whatever. It's like, bitch slapped! I want to slow-mo that one twice. And zooming in, I'm gonna do that. I'll feed you to the rats. Our time of triumph will soon arrive. So I'll try to read these as best as I can, but like I said, they kind of flash. The president has ordered the special forces best chopper team to deal with this situation. And I said it more in a manly voice than a woman's voice, or whatever. Experts speculate that the president does not want to risk an all-out airstrike, and the unnamed pilot chosen must be qualified indeed. Oh wait, I think I skipped a line or two. My bad. An all-out airstrike. Have you not seen Gulf War Part 2, where he bombarded it, shock and all? Well, then again, this is technically returning to the Gulf, so that would mean the Gulf War Part 2 would actually be Part 3. Whatever, we're looking too hard into it. So this is the main menu. A, B, and C do different things. So, first of all, let's make a quick stop at C. I like my controls to be with like this. Don't ask me why. I like it like that. I don't know. I don't really know what Jink does, so I know what Hellfires are, but I don't know what the Jink is. If someone knows what that is, feel free to explain. So anyways, you have 3 controller options. You have with momentum from cockpit, and from above. I usually like to pick from above because it's like the easiest controller layout. And actually, this one doesn't appear in the next installment of the game, so, or the next installment of the series. So use it while you can. It's like the easiest controller. I guess since I'm not going to be picking these as of yet, I'll explain them as quickly as I can. So like with momentum, basically it's like as if you're like a helicopter, a legitimate helicopter. So like up is up. Like up makes you go forward no matter where you're facing. So like if you're facing sideways, it'll make you go more to the right or left, if you will. And then down takes you back. Left and right turns you in that direction. So like you'll do a full circular motion until you turn into the right position. But the cockpit is actually the same exact thing, except with momentum, as you move, you actually drift a little bit, I guess you could say. You kind of have like a little bit of momentum gain that as you slow down, you kind of drift as you go. So that's the only two differences between these two. I mean, these two. They're exactly the like controller-wise, they're all exactly the same. Except one actually makes you drift a bit. But I like from above. Alright, so we have to pick our pilot. It's recommended that you actually pick a certain one, or else you'll actually struggle a little bit more than usual. So we have about a couple co-pilots to pick from. We have this guy, Lieutenant Xavier Thomas, nicknamed X-Man, or X-Men, not X-Man. Is he a mutant? He's great on missions with little hostile fire. No one is better with the winch, but his marksmanship leaves something to be desired. And then let's see, you got Lieutenant Chris Tinmarine Aussie. I'm guessing she's Australian. Aussie has nerves of steel, tempered by years of championship horse riding in Australia. If you want a well-rounded partner to start with, she might be a good choice. And then you have, apparently you have an MIA, missing in action, Lieutenant Carlos Valdez, aka Jake. Jake. I wish I knew a friend named Jake, or I wish I had a friend named Jake. Jake was last reported to be near a plane crash. Rescue him and you'll have a crack gunner and superb wenchman. He also knows the best places for R&R. This is actually the best guy in the whole game. You would want to find Jake as soon as you can, which he appears in the first two missions, I believe. We'll be finding him, don't worry. You have Lieutenant Dave Arick? Mr. D. I'm guessing he got the D. Oh no. Call it courage or insanity, but Mr. D has no fear. In the heat of battle, he is often so pumped up that he loses control of his body, shooting wildly and jamming the wench. Yeah, he's kind of like the guy that... The wench, I'll go into detail about it, but if it gets jammed, you can't really pick up shit, so he's not really the ideal person to pick. And then you have Lieutenant Keith, I think, Michael's Tracker. Tracker is a congressman's son, raised on a sprawling ranch where he learned to shoot at a very young age, but his fellow officers sometimes wonder if he really cares about the grunts. I don't know. And then that's it. For what who I like to choose is this guy until I unlock Jake. 'Cause I don't know why he's unlockable or unlocked. So yeah, I usually like to pick him. And if you press A, you can enter passwords. There's like passwords for stages and like games, or not games, lives. So you can start a certain stage with a certain amount of lives. I think it goes up to 5 and 10. But I don't know. Maybe I'll like point them out one day, but I don't know any passwords. So anyways. So let's start, shall we? Listen up, pilots. You are about to begin a campaign to save the world from a psycho madman. Unless you stop this madman, he will start the World War III, or even worse. There you go. We have lost intelligence agents in this sector. This agent has the madman's nuclear plans. It's up to you to find the lost agent, but first you must complete 4 important missions. Number 1, destroy the radar sites. Number 2, blow up the power plant. Number 3, bomb the airfields. Number 4, hit the enemy command centers. If you want to survive, I suggest you complete the missions in order. The world is watching and counting on you. Good luck. Well, technically everyone is watching me. Or people who's watching this Let's Play. And a side note, I apologize for that wind. The wind fucking hates me, apparently, because I choose a Let's Play on this day. And also it's windy as hell. So with that said, let's start. We are in our helicopter on the frigate. So like, let's move and get off the helipad and crash, and that's great. So welcome, this is our AH-64 Apache. There's many like it, but this one's mine. That's stupid. Okay. Alright, so before we actually start, let's go down to the basics. If you press start, you'll get your little HUD display, or display screen. Basically, it's a map, a readout of your weapons, your fuel, your armor, lives, score. So basically up top you got your three, your guns, which are your machine gun, the weakest out of the bunch. You have your Hydras, it's like a small missile. They're like medium, they can take out a lot if you spam them for heavier or heavy armored vehicles. And then you have your Hellfire, which is the strongest missile but the lowest amount. But they take a lot of damage out of your enemies. And on the left over here, you have your fuel, your armor, your load, and your lives, and also your score. Your fuel, well, that's what it is. Your fuel to your helicopter. If you run out, you'll die. Or you'll fall to the ground and die, losing a life. You can refill your fuel by picking up oil drums that spread across the map. Then you have your armor. Of course, that's self-explanatory. If you get hit, you lose health or armor. Once you're out, you die. You can refill it by doing certain things. I will explain them as we go. You have your load. I'm guessing he doesn't have a load right now. He must have just busted it. I mean, he must have just, he must have been empty. Whatever. Ignore that. You can pick up people as you go around. You can only hold a total of 6 people, so once you run out, you go drop them off at the nearest landing zone. And your lives, you only have 3. Like I said, there's a code to put them in for 5 and 10. Interesting enough, if you get more than the lives that's there, 3, if you get like 4 or 5, and you go into the next mission, it resets back to 3. So, yeah, that's kind of stupid. And then there's your score. I don't think you get any extra lives for getting a certain amount of points. I don't think so, at least. So let's move on to our map. So have your map, you can see the radar sites, number 1. As you can move, you can move your joystick, your pad, or whatever you're using. You can switch your missions. So it points out, if it blinks on the map as to what that mission is. So you got radar sites, power station, airfields, command centers, secret agent, question mark, you gotta find them. And it even points out a few enemy vehicles like VDAs, Raptors, AAs, and even MIAs. Then it points out where fuel drums are, ammo crates, landing zones, or full zone. And that's about it. And the little spinning ninja star, or plus sign if you will, is you. That's where you are, so. And then if you press B, you can switch to a more detailed screen of your mission. So like, it gives you more details on what your mission is, like radar, RS-152A, armor 100. Number 1, destroy the early warning radar sites. When radar is active, the enemy weapons have increased range. So yeah, taking them out does help you out in the long run. So it's advised that you do what you need to do first. Let me take out the radars first. Then you got power stations, 100 megawatts, armor 400. Destroy the power station to cut off the enemy command center and airfields. The enemy will be forced to aim their weapons manually. And then you got military airfield. Destroy all airplanes and buildings at the airfields to maintain air superiority for later missions. I don't know if that really comes into effect in later missions though. I've always destroyed it, so I never tested it out if you don't destroy it and move on with the other missions to see if that actually, if more aircraft units are in later on. I never tested that before, so I don't know if what it says is true. So like enemy command center, 250 armor. Destroy the enemy command and control centers. You must capture the commander to find out where the secret agent is being held. Secret intelligence agent, SIA. Find and rescue the secret agent. He has the Madman's secret plans and maps. And then you can even get into a detailed description about the enemy vehicles and stuff. Like the M3 VDA, 20mm Kenyan armor, has 100. Power 25. Power, I think, means how strong it is and how much it'll take minus from your, or how much damage it'll take off of your armor. This desert rodent likes to sneak up on intruders. Watch out for its rapid fire double-barreled cannons. Then you got a raptor, Sam, surface to air. Armor 75, power 100, so these are pretty dangerous, so be careful. Surface to air missiles, deadly accurate, but with quick maneuvering, your Apache can outgun a raptor. I apologize. Then you got your AAA 30 millimeter, armor 50, power 20, anti-aircraft gun. This weapon's poor accuracy is compensated by its rapid firing rates. You got U.S. troops missing in action. Rescue MIAs lost in the region. Drop them off at landing zone. At a landing zone. The Desert Apache can hold up to 6 passengers. Fuel drums contains 100 gallons of fuel. Pick up fuel drums when you are low on fuel. Your Apache cannot hold more than a full tank of fuel, which is 100. Ammo crates contains 1,178 bullets, 38 Hydras, 8 Hellfires. Pick up these crates when your ammo is low. All your weapons will be fully reloaded. Your Apache cannot hold more than a full ammo load. You got landing zones. These landing pads are safe spots, or safe drop-off points for MIAs and POWs. Your Apache's armor is increased for each person you dropped off here. So yeah, that is one way to increase your armor if you're running low on it. So pick up some MIAs or POWs and drop them off there. I think you get about 100 armor per person, I believe. And that's it. Don't worry, I won't be reading off all these again. I mean, I'll be doing that every mission, but I'll only read off the ones I already read off. That I haven't read off before. So newer ones I'll just skip over. And then you get your status for C. And just basically a quick readout, like radar sites active, power stations active, airfields active, command builds active, buildings if you will. Secret agent lost. Return to frigate when missions are completed. And that is it. That is a quick lowdown on what all this is. Now we can finally get to the game. I apologize if I made you wait one whole part just to get to the game. But let's do this, shall we? Alright, so this is our Apache, or AH-64, I already said that. AH stands for Attack Helicopter, for you people not in the know. Oh no! So since we're in, like, the Gulf, if you will, I just rescued an MIA, by the way. We are tasked to, or since we're back in the Gulf, we're kind of, your troops, I guess you could say, the troops you run into are actually in, desert uniform. So those are your, that's weird, why is the road kind of cut off like that? So that's kind of like how, that they're your guys, they're in desert camo like this guy. The enemy is in green camo, or green uniform. Just shoot at them. Usually if it's like a small troop like that guy, just use your bullets, don't waste your ammo. And these, they take about 2 Hydras, so just don't spam them. Just shoot 2 Hydras at them and you're done. And with that said, we finished the first mission. Rescue this guy. So yeah, ooh, danger zone. It's usually, what happens in danger zones is that it's usually when the mission's you're going into a mission that's out of order, and the danger zones usually increase enemies' range and fire and power. So you usually don't want to do those until you actually till you actually get to the mission in order, through the order you're going through. Yeah, I'll pop up the map from time to time to see where I am, so I apologize if that bugs you guys. So now we have to take out the power plant. But yeah, if you notice that wonderful music we heard in the intro, which was pretty awesome for its time. I like that song, especially as a kid. I remember recording it before, like on a tape recorder one day. Oh wait, before I move on, that what looks like a lunchbox or something, that is actually an armor refill, so grab those if you're ever low on armor. I am low on fuel, so let me drop these guys off first. But yeah, you're like, must be wondering, yeah, you heard all that music. Where the hell did it go? All you hear is the chopper sounds. So I'm guessing, like, I wanted to keep it in tone with the helicopter, like, as if you really were there. So all they kept was, like, the sounds of, like, the helicopter and the sounds of the propeller. So that's kind of like a downside, like, there is no music at all. I'm considering putting music in, but I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll see after this mission, maybe. And so we're dropping off the people into the, Higgins boat, I believe. And now we have to continue on with what we were doing. Off to the airfield, shall we? But honestly, that's what makes me kind of curious about it. Is like, we're an attack helicopter. Why can they hold 6 passengers? Usually attack helicopters can't really hold many people. Oh, crap. So I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of... or maybe I'm wrong, maybe Apache can hold up to 6 people. Maybe I have to look that up. Maybe I'll look that up. Maybe I will. Sorry. Repeating myself. This guy up. Pilots try to run out to go into the planes. You can't actually pick them up and stop them. I don't know, I guess they're gonna just become POWs after that. I don't know. I don't think it matters if you do or don't stop them, because you have to blow up the planes instead they get in anyways to blow them up. I mean, you have to blow them up the planes they get in anyways, and not like they take off when they get into them as well. So I don't think it really matters. Be careful when you do that, because there are people that are in the machines or in the buildings with rockets. Those do hurt, so be careful. I'm kind of out of ammo here, so